All right, folks. Well, here's my post-game recap right here from MetLife Stadium. It is very upsetting that we lost this football game, and I want to give you guys my initial reaction to the game because what a football game. I mean, there was so much high energy throughout the entire one. I mean, you talk about the Jets offense going out there, not punting at all in the first half, which I saw a crazy stat. It was the first time since 1990-something since the Jets went out there to not punt in the first half or something crazy. I mean, this offense looked really good, a lot to build on, but the Jets lost the game, and a lot of it has to do with Xavier Gibson's fumble, Brandon Stevens dropping the interceptions, and him having that pass interference at the end of the game. And Boswell, of course, had to hit that 60-yard field goal. Chat, you guys let me know in the comments what's your biggest takeaways. I wanted to make this video before I started to head home to Long Island because I know Jets fans are really pissed off right now, as we should. We lost a game that felt like it was right there. I mean, you guys will see the recap video of the Jets Media Day event. I mean, I was basically had a camera on me the whole game, and the vibes were through the roof. The Jets were up 26-17 or something like that. We had a 9-point lead, and then all of a sudden, the Steelers go out there, get a touchdown, and then Xavier Gibson fumble, and they score 2 touchdowns, 14 points in a blink of an eye. All the momentum goes into the Pittsburgh Steelers side, and then the Jets march down the field themselves. They get a touchdown, which was really awesome to see. They go for it on 4th and 1. Justin Fields, play-action keeper, walks it in, gallops it in, actually, to the end zone for the touchdown. And it was just really awesome to see, and I don't want to, be that guy that, well, this is a moral victory, because there is no moral victories in the NFL. But if there was one positive you have to take away from, it's Justin Fields in this offense. The offensive line was fantastic. Breece Hall had over 100-plus rushing yards. That is something we can build on. And Justin Fields, I mean, being at the game and watching with my own eyes, I was amazed. I mean, there was like jaw-dropping plays where I'm looking at Fields, I'm like, all right, he's sacked, and he finds a way to move around, throw across his body, extend plays. He is an absolute game, like a playmaker at the quarterback position, something the Jets have not had for a long time. I mean, he had something around like 200-plus passing yards. That passing touchdown to Garrett Wilson was fantastic, 2 rushing touchdowns. He looked great in week 1, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, guys, Justin Fields is that dude. No, he's got to go out there and do it again next week against Buffalo and do it throughout the entire season before I say he's the guy for the future. He's still got to show that he can do it consistently. But if there was anything to take away from this game, it was that this offense is something. I mean, the defense lost us the game. The offense did their job, but that's not something us Jets fans are used to. We're used to, as Jets fans, looking at this team where the offense cannot get even a first down and the defense is fantastic. It was flipped around, and that's pretty unique when you have Aaron Glenn as the first-time head coach. Now, talking about Aaron Glenn, the one thing I did notice, which is a positive, not a lot of penalties. I know that there were some penalties, of course, but it wasn't like, oh, my God, this team's undisciplined and they absolutely don't know what they're doing. So really, oh, baby, there's Claudio. That's awesome right there. So Claudio, Gotham City crew, hosted the tailgate party for Jets Media Day, and he absolutely killed it at the Gotham City Crew tailgate. Shout out to my guy Claudio and Gotham City Crew. But back to what I was saying about Aaron Glenn, the discipline penalties were great, but there were some penalties that did backbreak us. The roughing the unnecessary roughness out of bounds was crazy. The pass interference on Stevens at the end of the game, I don't know if that was a penalty or not. And then, of course, you talk about Aaron Glenn. He definitely has his fingerprints on this team, and that's something that I noticed throughout the entire game. There's a different energy, and I think that's noticeable where you watch this football team go out there. They look competent. I know that's crazy, like, oh, we're celebrating being competent. Yeah, we are, because we've been so dysfunctional for so long, and it was refreshing to watch an offense that had some creativity, had some pre-snap motion, had a really good running attack where Breece Hall was finding space and creating plays with his legs. Justin Fields doing what he had to do. But Aaron Glenn is not getting flowers from me. He lost the game. And he burned a lot of timeouts. I don't know why. Maybe when I rewatch the game on the broadcast, I'll understand why I kept calling timeouts. And then, of course, late in the game, the clutch defense was not there. The red zone defense was atrocious. Aaron Rodgers comes back into MetLife Stadium, and he drops 4 touchdowns on this defense. We could not stop them in the red zone, which was beyond frustrating. And it really felt like one of those games where right when the Steelers got the ball, when they were down by a point or whatever it was, you're thinking to yourself, can the Jets defense get a stop? They get that stop, the Jets get the ball back, and they had a chance to run the clock out, get some more opportunities, but then they get a 3-and-out on offense, punt the ball back to the Steelers. That's the drive where the Steelers go down the field, and then the defense held them to a long field goal, but Boswell, of course, had to nail a 60-yarder. Are you kidding me? And then the Jets had an opportunity to win the game with a minute left with a timeout. That's enough time, but Justin Fields throws it to Garrett Wilson. Instead of picking up the first down with his legs, which he should have done, because they had a timeout. If he just picked up the first down, slid, called the timeout, but instead he goes to Garrett Wilson, and then Ramsey hits Garrett Wilson, and then he drops the ball after getting hit, and then that was the game right there. I mean, this was a game filled with energy, violence. I mean, a lot of fights were breaking out. John Simpson bodying Ramsey after Ramsey hit Justin Fields a little late, which there was no flag for, by the way. But, I wanted to make this video from MetLife Stadium to give you guys my post-game recap because I'm not going to be able to make a video and go live, obviously, since I'm at the game. But the last thing I want to say is, man, Jets Media Day was a huge success outside of the Jets losing. I mean, shout out to everybody that tuned into the live show this morning. It was epic. We get to go on the field after the game, and it was a lot of fun, but it just doesn't feel fulfilling when the Jets lose, and that's completely out of my control, of course, as a Jets fan. But please, Jets fans, let me know your biggest takeaways. This is my raw reaction to the Jets losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'll finish off with this, man. This is a long season ahead, and this is a new regime with Aaron Glenn. Brand new quarterback. Everything is new here with this organization, and honestly, I've never felt this good after a loss in a while, and I never felt this good about a Jets quarterback performance in a long time. Now, again, it's one game, so I'm not going to sit here and say, guys, we should be happy the way they played. I'm not saying that at all. They need to fix those little things. Otherwise, we're not going to win football games. It does not matter if Fields goes out there, plays well, and the offense plays well, and we play like that in the fourth quarter, we lose every game. No one's going to give a damn. So the Jets got to figure out how to make winning plays late in the fourth quarter. And when it comes to Aaron Rodgers returning, I mean, where was that version of Aaron Rodgers with the Jets? That's what I want to start off with here, because we did not see Aaron Rodgers throw for 4 touchdowns once, I believe, last year with the Jets. And I think a lot of that, of course, has to do with our coaching staff last year, how bad it was. You saw Aaron Rodgers comfortable with that team, and DK Metcalf, that whole offense was making plays. But at the end of the day, this defense, how do you let Aaron Rodgers come into this building and do what he just did, bro? How do you let that happen? It did not feel like they had any energy. Now, there were some plays on defense you liked. Will McDonald had a sack. There were some Quincy Williams had a sack. And unfortunately, all those positive moments on defense gets flushed down the drain because they gave up 4 passing touchdowns to Aaron Rodgers, and they were not able to come through in the clutch, okay? And that's what really is something we're going to look at. So Aaron Glenn is the head coach of this football team, defensive mind. Steve Wilks, the defensive coordinator. My biggest concern with this football team is the defense. Are they going to be bad all year? Are they going to fight through adversity and figure out ways to schematically change? Because now you got Josh Allen coming to MetLife Stadium next week. Now, we'll see what Josh Allen does tonight against the Ravens. By the way, the Dolphins lost and the Patriots lost, so it's everybody's 0-1 in the division, and we'll see about the Bills tonight. But I think that the Jets going up against the Bills next week, they got a big test. The Jets always play the Bills well at home, and usually the way we beat the Bills at home is the defense steps up against Josh Allen. So that is my biggest concern with this football team, and it's crazy that my concern is the defense and not the offense, man. That is wild. At the end of the day, there was a lot to like from the offensive side of the ball, which is us Jets fans we're not used to. So again, sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Let's go Jets. I love you guys so much. Jets, 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 and comment your thoughts and hit that like button. I'm out.